Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live auction portion of our program tonight. My name is Richard O'Keefe, and I'm the auctioneer. Gosh, it's great to see everybody here. You all look so generous tonight. Some 15 or 16 years ago, my wife told me that there are such things as auctioneer school, and she thought that I might enjoy going. I've always enjoyed listening to auctioneers, and so a year later, I was in auctioneer school. Now, some 700 fundraising auctions later, here I am. I may practice between, from 5 minutes to maybe a half an hour, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm driving in the car, that's always a good time to practice. And what I try to do is make it as understandable as possible, but at the same time, I try to make it as entertaining as possible. I throw in some filler words like dollar and bid it at and would you give. It sounds something like this. 10, now 20, now 30, I'm at 30 right here now, 40, bid to the 40, bid to 40, 40 to the bottom, 40 over the bottom, bid to 40, now 5, 45, bid to the 45, and now 50. I'm at 50 right here now, 55, bid to the 55, bid to the bottom, bid to 55, and now $60. Not everybody's bidding, but everybody wants to be entertained, whether they're bidding or not. After one auction, one lady said that she actually timed me to see how long I could go without taking a breath. I think it just takes a lot of practice. Sir, you're on, my friend. You want to take it at $1,900? Here we go to 19, I'm at 18. 19 got it, you're at 1,900. We used to go on trips in the car, and my children would say, do we have to sit by Dad? Because I would continually be practicing on our trips. And so I wasn't very popular with my children, but now they enjoy coming to my auctions, and a lot of them help at my auctions. For $2,000, $2,000, rid of the $2,000, for $2,000. Every time I wear my tuxedo, I wear red socks, and it just seems to make me stand out a little bit without being really noticeable. It helps me not to take myself as seriously as I could being an auctioneer. Makes things fun for everybody. Gives me luck. Going once, $2,000 going twice, last and final call. I think anybody could be an auctioneer, but if you look at auctioneers, everyone is different. And some auctioneers make better car auctioneers, and some auctioneers make better estate auctioneers. My niche is fundraising auctions, and I think that I make a better fundraising auctioneer than anything else. It just happens to be what I feel best at doing. A good fundraising auctioneer has to know when to encourage the bidders to bid and how hard to push them without being obnoxious. And then the second thing would be to praise the bidders and do that sincerely. She says, yes, thank you, I like your style. I'm at $800 right here. I've sold a lot of weird things. I sold a cane made from buffalo scrotum. I've sold kisses to bachelors and bachelorettes, and I'm aware of 2 people to whom I sold kisses that got married to the person that bought their kiss. I've also sold a coffin. That was kind of a weird experience. But usually the stuff I sell are things that people secure through friends that they know or businesses that they often go to. Restaurants, overnight stays at hotels are pretty popular. The organizations that I've served are a lot of schools. Other organizations would be the mainstream charity organizations, hospital foundation. Up in Park City, I recently did Spiro Arts. Worth about $1,500, but the question is, what's it worth to you? Who's throwing me out at what, $600? I want to help as many organizations as possible put on fundraising auctions, whether they're in Utah or across the nation. And so I put this book together. I wrote it, published it. It's called Shake the Money Tree: How to Produce a Winning Fundraising Event with a Live and Silent Auction. And in it, it tells you the 4 objectives that are achieved at every successful fundraising auction. Fundraisers who have less than successful auctions can always trace the problem back to one or more of those objectives not being met. As an auctioneer, it's never been really hard for me to ask people for money. And I've discovered that if you ask right, and if you're sincere, and if people feel good about being there, and if they formed a desire to support your cause, and if they want what you're selling, and you do that by using smart marketing techniques, then all I have to do is get people caught up in the thrill of bidding. And when I do that, then people seem to feel good about giving money. I always know that I've been successful when people thank me on their way out.